Hey, thrill seekers. All right, this is part one of working on Patriotic, the next track on the album, 250 Reasons to Cheer, um, and Standing. Yeah, so I have the first part pretty much done. I've reached writer's block as far as coming into the patriotic part. Standing out on this prairie, taking in the cool morning air. I was going to say breathing in, but I think taking in is more poetic. I ponder the freedoms that we all share, like freedom to explore and a better life reach. I don't know whether that should work. And a better life reach to raise my kids in safety and freedom of speech. It's a little clunky now. Now, I haven't looked at that for a while because I've been working so hard on this one, remaining patriotic. That's I'm not going anywhere with that. I'm getting closer though. Here's what we all share. Like freedom to explore, like freedom to we could say something about we could say something like I like the idea of saying freedom and then freedom again of speech. Yeah, freedom. Like the freedom to reach for a better life. Something about the idea of like sitting on the beach. How about something about a clean, safe beach? Sure. Like, how about and a clean, safe neighborhood? But we don't have enough clean, safe neighborhoods. What I'm trying to communicate in this song is the indication that we still have a lot of good things. Yeah, I need to handle something. I'll bring you back. Changed a little bit here, and then I'm going to chime in with a viewpoint. Standing on the prairie, standing out on this prairie, taking in the cool morning air. I ponder the freedoms that we all share. Don't have a tune yet. Like the freedom to build a better life for myself, my kids, and my oh so faithful wife. We need different. Now that I'm saying it out loud, build a better life, and for my wife. And now, and the rest of it, I'm having trouble with. Uh, I think it's pretty good the way it is. It's getting a little long. Trying to keep it simple. Now, here's my little point that I wanted to make, uh, to which I alluded a couple minutes ago, or maybe a minute ago. It's so much easier to uh, do the smooth jazz lyrics. Oh my gosh. I actually have to do something here that means something. And it's more of a crafted. That's one of the things I was afraid about regarding country music. And you know, I think I'm making an executive decision. After I finish this song, I was going to do 8 songs with lyrics and 2 songs instrumental. I want to get this album out, first of all, because of the anniversary of our country. And it's coming up in like just a little more than 3 weeks here. Uh, what I want to do is get this album out. So I think I'm making an executive decision. When I finish this song, the rest of the tracks are going to be instrumental. Ha! And that'll be much easier because I just have to come up with a tune that AI can then hit it out of the park with, which it does very well. I can just go la 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 la, and then just give it the country music prompt and let it go to town. So Patriotic may take me a while to finish. I'm getting together and having fellowship with a buddy of mine today. No, I'm not a Christian. He is, and I like to use that word. But in any event, yeah, I want to finish this song before then. Finish the lyrics anyway. So thinking of pushing pause and let me leave it recording a little longer to see if I can come up with something while I'm actually recording. It's harder because it's like someone watching me, and it's just harder. No, I do not use ChatGPT. It would be very easy to have ChatGPT come up with something really great, but that's against my policy. Not going to do it. Not for stuff that I release. I may have it do it experimentally, but not for stuff I release. Mm-hmm. Having my semi-frozen lemon water. Better life. For myself, the kids, and for my wife. It's a little clunky, but it communicates very well, and then AI can take clunkiness and make it sound cooler, you know. So I think I'm going to leave it for that till that point. I just need to come into freedom of speech, or we can do that later. And I'm thinking maybe I'd like to get into the patriotic. Yeah, this is long enough. So what we're going to do, I'll remember freedom of speech. I'm actually going to go, now we're going to work on patriotic. See, this is what I have. For a land based on principles fair and democratic, I will stay the course and remain patriotic. It's not bad, but here's the thing. This is going to be a little bit of a stickler point here because you're, not supposed to talk politics, but democratic as a word does indicate how this country differs from certainly any kind of tyranny or monarchy, etc., a fascist state or whatever, communist, socialist. Democratic is of the people. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. But it's also, there's the Democrat Party, which some believe leans a bit these days toward a socialist and in some cases even communist. Not completely, but certain elements have been known to mirror some of those principles. And that's what we're not wanting to talk about in the song. So, and yes, most people listening to country music and most people who might like this song probably will lean toward the right. It's just a fact. Not everyone, hopefully. Hopefully it'll be the album will be popular amongst, nonpartisan. But Democratic does contain the word Democrat. And it's logical to not use that word. So I was thinking quixotic, but most people don't know what that word means. I'm not even absolutely sure what that word means. I'll bring you back. So you could say, I'm not trying to wax quixotic. I'm just trying to be patriotic. That would work great. I'm fairly loquacious or have a very good vocabulary, better than average. I mean, if I say so myself. And I wasn't sure what that meant. Idealistic, practical. noble, romantic, and lofty goals. It's for like Don Quixote. Yeah, Don Quixote. Reality situation. Yeah, lofty goals. I tend to be a little quixotic sometimes. Sometimes I'll go off to Vegas when I really can't afford to, or thinking, well, some money will come in and I'll just make it work. And like without looking at the actual, without regard to ordinary prudence, common sense, or the realities of the situation. Someone who's off in fantasy land, quixotic. Now, in rare cases, I have asked ChatGPT or asked Google, whatever, to give me rhymes for patriotic. I may need to do that, but I'm still trying to avoid that. Trying to avoid it. Democratic works, patriotic, quixotic. Boy, that's so good, isn't it? I could define it in the song, but then that would ruin the erotic. But it would have no place, even if you were trying to say things against eroticism or porn or whatever. It's still, that word would not work in the song. So patriotic, emphatic, that doesn't quite work. The two main words I've come up with are chaotic and idiotic. In a world that, well, there it is, in a world that can be chaotic. And I was going to say, in a world that is so chaotic, and I want to try to be a little more positive. In a world that sometimes is chaotic. In a world at times quite chaotic. But I don't want to draw people's attention to negative shit. Pardon my language. I meant to say shit. Anyway, that's better. That's much cleaner. We could say that word, but then it would be explicit lyrics. We could change it to patriot, which might be easier to. Now, patriotic it came to me when I was just thinking, just right away, came to me as a title. I like it. I bet there's not a whole lot of songs that are just called patriotic. I'm sure there are, of course. We can find out. And I asked Google if there were any, relatively popular songs released with the simple. You know what I should do is, it didn't really answer it. I'm going to take it into ChatGPT. I'll bring it back. Look at this. The short answer is very few. None that would be a major mainstream hit in the U.S. Yay. And of course, it comes out with all these. You can see the title song. Oh, look at that. One advantage and one disadvantage. Advantage highly communicates the theme. Disadvantage, it is generic and not very memorable. Well, here's where I differ from that. If the song is good and there are not many others with the same title, sorry, I win. It's difficult to search for because that's true. That's true. Remember, distinctive titles more easily. Oh yeah, that's a great title. It's far more unique and searchable than simply calling it. Yeah, that's very true. Good point. Red, white, and blue is another good. Yeah, a lot of words rhyme with blue. Yeah. Well, it's going to be on the album. That's helpful. Okay, thanks for that. Period. It will be one track on the album, and I like the advantage of the fact that there are not many other people who have used that as a title. Period. But it will not be very searchable as a title. But the title of the album will be 250 Reasons to Cheer. So, ellipsis. I'm talking to it like a person. It is a consultant. Let's see what it'll probably fluff me up. It becomes much stronger title choice. Oh, lead single, right. But if it's simply one track on the album, calculus changes. Ha! Silly communicates the memorable because of simplicity. I knew it would give me the positives. Yeah. Freedom's call. Has a bold confidence to it. Yeah. Doesn't need to be clever because the album title is already carrying the larger Good. I can't stand having to try to be clever. Ha! Feels like a statement than a slogan. Exactly. That's what I'm feeling. Patriot song, American Patriot. Nah, patriotic. Yep, that's exactly the plan. Simple, distinctive, direct. Thank you. Yeah, okay. That's exactly what I'm thinking. I wouldn't call the album patriotic. It's not horrible, but then again, wouldn't be easily searchable. Yeah, very good. Mm-hmm. I'm having a coffee with cinnamon now. All right, let's get back to work, but I'm not going to beat myself over the head about being so clever. That's not bad. And then that way we can cater to the Democrats as well. I just realized that. But people who lean to the right know the word. Most people know that the word means right leaning, really, in essence, meaning per the Constitution, et cetera, et cetera. Democratic. Land based on principles, fair and democratic. For some reason, now I think it's thinking I should do land based. Yeah. Oh, because I don't have the word on there. Yeah. We'll stay the course. I stay the course. Remain patriotic. I stay the course. Now maybe we can put that in. Maybe I'm going to go with this. Now I'm just changing my mind after having that conversation with ChatGPT. Is sometimes let's stay the course. I'll just make it easier on myself. Now I'm gonna let's wrap up the song. I didn't think this would happen. Uh, then we do this. Wait. Do we have the freedom of speech? Oh, we don't have freedom of speech in here. So we should do that here. Freedom of will. Better life. Yeah, and for my wife. Like from shore to shore, from beach to beach. From shore to shore, ellipsis, and beach to beach. From beach to beach, ellipsis. The freedom to be and the freedom of speech. To the freedom to be and freedom of speech. Didn't go. Is it all there? We'll find out. I'll bring it back. Right, here we go. Oh, didn't go. It didn't go. It didn't work. From shore to shore, ellipsis. From beach to beach, ellipsis. Yeah. From beach to beach. That's kind of clever if I say so myself. Because, you know, this land is our land from the, you know, from the prairies to the mountains, etc. This is from one, you know, to the islands. This land is made for you and me, yeah, from beach to beach, from shore to shore, from beach to beach. Like I'm happy that we have the freedom. I'm happy that we have the freedom to be and happy that we have freedom of speech. Happy that I have the freedom to be and happy that we have freedom of speech. Something like that. Glad, much better word. Less cringy. Have freedom. Don't need to say the. Freedom to be. Glad that I have freedom to be. And glad that we have and glad that we share. Now we're getting somewhere. Just looking at the time here. Getting towards the end there. Keep wanting to say the freedom to be and glad that we share freedom of speech. It's a little strange. Freedom to be. In the last song, I said freedom to be, do, and have, do, and be. So we don't need to say have and do again. Glad that we have the freedom to be. And that we all share. That we all. That we all. Okay, saving. That way, if anything happens with the computer, this is now a properly saved document. Let's end up the song with this, and we're done. Which I didn't think we would be in this 30-minute video, at least with this part of it. Then for the next video, we'll go ahead and do the singing. This is quite long. Maybe it might be a good 4-minute song. We'll see. All right, let's go through it again, see if there's any changes with the 3 minutes we have left here. I have a little cinnamon stuck in my throat. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Actually, there is no tea involved, so it's my coffee. Cinnamon, organic coffee, and organic cinnamon, I think, too. Standing out on this prairie, taking in the cool morning. That's a great, if I say so myself, great beginning. Ponder the freedoms that we all share. I don't need to capitalize we. Like the freedom to build a better life for my kids, for myself, for my kids. And for my wife. A lot of 3/4 there. Like the freedom to build a better life for my kids. And for my, it's a little poetic. Perfect time for a break. Perfect. I'm happy with it so far. I mean, happy as I need to be now that ChatGPT has given me the permission to not be so critical of, all the lyrics being so perfect. For a land based on principles, fair and democratic, I will stay the course and remain patriotic. We could say we should. Let's all stay the course. How about that? That might be better later. Yeah. I would almost want to do a third one. All right. Now, stand on this prairie, take it. Perfect. I ponder the freedoms that we all share. A better life for myself. I'm not going to change that. From shore to shore, from beach to beach. Glad that we have the freedom to be and that we all share freedom of speech. This could almost want to say, let's do this again. That's so good. I think a musical break. Not that this works every time, but it seems to work most of the time for land-based principles. That's all. Let's stay the course. Yeah. We're almost out of time. Thank you.